So hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Call of the Wild video. Now this video is going to be talking about EW's latest livestream in which Jaxiebeard gave us some clues and hints towards what the next content update might be for The Hunter Call of the Wild. Now we should be expecting to see this update at some point in the next few weeks, and it sounds like there's going to be some really interesting stuff within this update. So what we're going to do is take a look at a couple of clips that I have taken from the livestream, which I will also link in the description if you wish to go and view it in full, so make sure to go and check that out in the description. But we're just going to take a look at these couple of clips where he gives us some hints and then talk about what these could possibly be alluding to. So without further ado, let's take a look at the clips.
So then, I guess I owe you guys. I can't give you any real particulars. I will give you some hints, and you guys can discuss it a little bit amongst yourselves throughout the Discord and such. We do, in fact, have an update coming very soon to the Hunter Call of the Wild. Now, it's not next week, and it's not the week after. I'll tell you that much. So we have a little bit of time that if you come and join me here on the streams, we will dive into it in depth a little bit more. But what can I tell you? Well, I can tell you as a long time hunter within this community since this game, almost since release, that it is something that has been requested for quite some time. There are certain struggles with certain species, and we have some options, but we have more options soon to be made available. I can't give any particulars, but what I can tell you is I am legitimately excited about this because it is going to change, once again, my approach and how I hunt on certain things and stuff. And I got to be so careful. And none of this is scripted. I'm like, what can I tell you without giving it away? You will get it. Some of you will get it. I will give you some definites on what's not coming this update. I don't want to disappoint. There is not a dog in this update. I honestly, okay, so there's, as with everything, with the DLC, there is some paid content, but there is always something to accompany it to make it juicy. And on this update, both aspects are very juicy. The free content to the update is game changing. It is. It really is. It's I know I will be surprised if there is a single complaint through the community. I would be shocked if there is a single complaint through the community. I really truly would. So if that's not putting a little bit of teaser out there, and that's on the free content. Now, what is with the actual DLC itself? It is not something that you can obtain by joining a multiplayer. So that will narrow it down quite a bit. It's not out already. But soon, TM. I hope I don't get in trouble for giving away too much here. I just want to tell you. I really do. So with the entirety of the update, there is some free content that is game changer, and the complement in the DLC is really going to, in my opinion, improve certain styles of hunting. Now, over the course of the next couple weeks, come back here to the streams. We will spend some time going over it. We will actually, hopefully, have a chance to be able to show off some of what is coming and to get your feedback and to see what you guys think. I'm pretty confident I know which way this is going to go. But with all of this, I hate using the term free content. I hate using the term paid content. So with the update and with the DLC, that sits better with me. Because you guys know who I am. I'm here for the community. I like it to sound right. So with that, there's big stuff, but there's also a lot of fixes, and there's some adjustments. One of which is there's been some tweaks to the recent changes with the whole thing with the spook. spook distance and such. We're going to want your feedback on that. So please make use of the forums and let us know. We'll start a thread in there. We'll see what it is. It's the league skin pack. No, that's just bonus. That's just bonus. And, you know, the fact that we have something like that now available in the game, you know, our artists, they can't go and do coding. They can't go work on fixes or work on it. But what they can do is spend more time on stuff like that, right? So that's just a bonus. That's like foo-foo. You know what I mean? It's just, I think it's, yeah, you guys are going to like that one too. Because it's very pretty colors and such. Yeah, that was teased on consoles. It took a while for people to find that. I was really surprised. Then again, how would a real camo system not be available in multiplayer, so it can't be that a camo system? That would be huge. I guess I can't say anything because the update side, there's something equally as huge. It's not a camo system. Right? Are we looking at more equipment? Yes. I will tell you that. For the DLC, it is more equipment. I will give you that much. I will tell you that. There's something that goes, it starts with a B and ends with an What it is, I can't tell you. And you guys are going to like, I think, I truly do. And I hope I'm not biased, but...
So some really interesting stuff discussed there. We now know roughly when the update is likely to be, which is of course fantastic, that it's going to hopefully be quite soon. That's very, very exciting. We also have some hints as towards what the free and paid DLC content will be in this coming update. That is also very exciting. We also have some hints towards bug fixes and tweaks, which is awesome to hear. And yeah, we also get confirmation that the Hirschfelden Veteran DLC cosmetic pack is in fact real. I know there was some questions as to whether it was real when I actually posted that video. That has confirmed it as being a thing, which I was pretty confident it was, that's why I made the video. So that is really awesome to actually hear. So that is definitely going to be part of that update, is that Veteran cosmetic pack DLC, so that's going to be really exciting. But let's talk about the other things that were discussed. So let's talk about tweaks to start off with. So Jackson said there will be bug fixes, which we of course come to expect from EW now. With each update we do get a number of bug fixes, so that is brilliant to hear as always. But talking about tweaks to the spook range. Now, the spook range change has been a very divisive subject, I must say. I have seen many positive comments for it, and I have seen many negative, and then I have seen people like myself who really just don't mind and are just working with it as it goes and aren't really too fussed either way. Now, I think it's interesting that they have definitely listened to the negative responses towards that by the sounds of it, and are tweaking it to maybe make it not as far, I would assume, by the sounds of it, but maybe they're changing something else so the animals don't spook as fast, who knows. But there are being tweaks to it from what we can hear, and they are going to continue to listen to feedback on whether people are liking that or not when they actually tweak it and change it again. So that's going to be really interesting to see. Like I said, I would expect maybe they'll either change the distance or how fast the animals flee, something that makes them not quite as difficult to hunt, because I think that was a big complaint that I was seeing amongst the community, was that it was making grinding exceptionally difficult, and that it was making hunting in general exceptionally difficult because you wouldn't know if you were spooking things that were perhaps hidden round the next corner of a river or whatever. I myself personally really didn't mind the spook radius changes, I just adapted my hunting to it, but I can understand that maybe a few people weren't perhaps enjoying that as much. So it will definitely be interesting to see what the outcome of those tweaks actually are. That will be something I'm very much looking forward to. Now, in terms of the actual content update, interesting little notes. So it's not a dog. We know straight away it's not a new dog, so we can immediately rule that out. It's not a render distance change. We can rule that out. It's not a camo system. We can rule that out. we know at least part of whatever it is that is coming has been extremely highly requested. Now, that doesn't really help us very much in actually narrowing down what this content may be, because there has been a lot of stuff that has been very highly requested by the community. However, the thing that really interested me was when Jaxie Beard said, in relation to certain species, it may change the way we hunt, because we hunt certain species in certain ways. Now, the first thing that came to my mind when I heard that is, could it be feeders? We have feeders in the Hunter Classic for things like black bear and feral goat, so I think it could be really interesting to actually see those come to Call of the Wild. It would be interesting to see how they would actually balance it, because I can imagine that, you know, they could be easily sort of over-farmed, but if they could sort of do it right and actually manage to balance it correctly, I think it could be a lot of fun, especially maybe for black bear grinding, where it is so tough, especially with them drinking at night. If you could maybe put a feed barrel out and hunt a certain amount of them at certain times during the day, I think that could be a really interesting mechanic for things like Great One black bear grinding. So that really interests me as a possibility. Now, I don't know, this is all speculation, I am just giving my ideas as to what this may be, but it just really interests me that it's going to change the way we hunt certain species. Now, it could be as simple as that some species are getting some tweaks and that it's going to make their behaviour slightly different, or I don't know, there's so many things that it could possibly be, and it's kind of open-ended, but that's the bit that really interested me out of that bit of the statement, was that it will change the way we hunt certain species and affect that. Now, the other thing that was really interesting was when Beard said that yes, we are looking at more equipment, and it starts with B and ends with So obviously to me that screams that we're looking at another weapon pack, which I wouldn't mind if we see some more weapons that go to class 9, I'd be very excited. New weapon packs are always fun to actually get to play around with, and quite often they add weapons that are sort of new meta weapons, like the 308, so that's always really interesting when new weapon packs are added, but I really would love to see something that really does go boom and is suitable for those class 9 species like the Cape Buffalo, and actually makes life a little bit easier in taking them down, because with things like the 300, sometimes you get the penetration bug, and it's just not always very good to actually hunt them with. And, you know, so that's like one of the best weapons in-game to actually hunt the Cape Buffalo with. So something that's a little bit more powerful, that really does go boom, like I said, would be really fantastic. There's also some other options I saw, maybe like black powder handguns and stuff. That could be really interesting. There's a lot of possibilities with that, and yeah, I'm really interested to see what comes of that as well. And it sounds like this is going to be quite a big update. It sounds like there's going to be quite a lot actually coming in this update, which is always really nice. Quite a lot of new content and quite a lot of changes and fixes, which is always really positive to hear. So yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting over the next few weeks to see what actually gets revealed for this update. As Jaxie Beard did say, make sure to tune into the streams over the coming weeks, and they should hopefully be able to show off some of the stuff that's actually coming with this update. So if you do want to make sure that you do actually get to see those streams, do go to the linked video in the description for yesterday's live stream, and then you'll be able to follow their YouTube account from there, put on notifications and everything so that you won't miss any of their live streams. And yeah, like I said, I'm going to be very excited to actually see what gets revealed and what we get to actually get in this next update. That's always really fun to see. I love the hype as it builds up around updates, and I'm very excited for this one. It sounds like there's going to be some very cool stuff, and that's always, of course, very positive. And I'm sorry that this one was a little bit delayed. Normally I do these videos straight after a stream like this, but a couple of the hints were quite vague, and I kind of just wanted to sit back and think about some of the things that were said and kind of give it a proper assessment, if that makes sense, and really actually have a think about what the hints were. So again, apologies for that, but I really just wanted to take some time to think, and I will definitely be really interested to hear your thoughts on what this new content may be, what the new changes and stuff may be. As Beard said, these hints were dropped so that we can go and discuss and see if we can work out what's actually going to be coming, so I think that will be really interesting to actually discuss. So yeah, please do leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, I'll be very interested to read them. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Like I said, not a whole lot of information that we could actually, you know, be really certain on. Just lots of hints and little tidbits of what we may have coming. So not a lot of actual definite, this is what's coming. But I still think it's really interesting to actually have these discussions in the run up to updates, because it does build the hype and it's always very exciting to see all the different ideas. And I'm sure there's going to be people out there who work out straight away what's coming, and that will be really awesome to see. But that is going to be it for this one, so a huge thank you for watching as always, and for all your support. It really does mean the absolute world, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.